The future King of England, Prince William, ABC's Katie Couric sat down with the Prince for an exclusive interview as the royal family prepares to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth, her 60 years on the throne.
Seeing the Queen at 86, it's hard to remember how young she was when her reign began in 1952. In fact, he may be the only person who can truly relate to what it was like for the Queen to take the throne in her 20s.
It seems as if it would have been so overwhelming. I guess you're pleased that you have a lot more prep time.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've got a lot more practice now under my belt because of it. At the time, she was a woman in a man's world, but she's, done it brilliantly.
When it comes to talking about his grandmother, or Granny, the Prince is only too willing to gush.
Do you remember that moment when you thought, oh my goodness, my grandmother is kind of a big deal?
I still think she's just my grandmother, really. It was when I was younger, and my parents used to, always sort of slap my hand if I was picking my nose, or if I was running around screaming, I'd be told to shut up. And I sort of understood that when I was around her, I needed to be a little bit more low-key and a little bit more polite.
That's not to say the Queen isn't understanding and open-minded. Take the little matter of planning a small, intimate wedding at Westminster Abbey last year.
I was given a list in the first meeting of 777 names, and not one of them on there I knew, and I wasn't too happy about it. So I rang her for a bit of sort of moral support and a bit of backup, and she said, "Don't be so ridiculous. Get rid of the list and start from your friends."
Prince William's marriage to a commoner, Catherine Middleton, was dubbed a modern-day fairy tale. Now, the Duchess of Cambridge can take notes from someone who knows a little something about how to be incredibly public while remaining intensely private.
The Queen, your grandmother, has never done what we're doing now. She has never sat down for an interview with a journalist. Why do you think that's the case?
Because you ask lots of questions.